I never thought I'd go to China, and I've always known it as this birthplace of dumplings and kung fu. But one day, as I stood staring at the frozen dumplings section at the grocery store, I had a thought. What if I could have the real thing in China? And so I did. Just kidding. Our friends Jack and Sarah invited Ephraim and I to come along, and so I said heck yeah. And now this was my first time embarking on a journey to Asia, and I was nervous because I didn't have a visa. Yeah, Americans need one of those to enter. Instead, though, they have the option of a 144-hour transit visa where you can land in Shanghai and not leave the borders. And our friend Sarah, the itinerary master, was so sweet to arrange the trip so that I can enter and leave within that time limit. And entering was not too bad. They just needed to make sure that you had all the hotels and a flight out booked, and it was all under my name, and you just had to have it like ready to show them. So that was fine.
What's going on now?
She's such a Entering the country wasn't too much of a shock. I mean, security was tight, lots of fingerprints, lots of filling out of forms. But my first culture shock was the metro security. Every time you enter, you pass your bags through a machine and then they metal detector you. And that's in every entrance of each station. But I got used to it pretty fast and it was kind of fun. And I'm honestly glad they do it because I lived in NYC for 6 years and I have no joke survived a shooting. It's not funny. I'm just laughing because trauma. But survived a shooting that was actually in the Canal Street station of Chinatown, Manhattan. Granted, this was at 2 a.m. It's usually fine during the day, I think. I don't know. I don't live there anymore. So needless to say, I'm grateful for security. The first few days were the longest with the adjustment to the time difference. We got lunch at a family market, which is similar to 7-Eleven with seating. And then we headed to the center of Shanghai with all the skyscrapers. Let's take a picture. We're into Pearl Tower.
Wow.
This is also the quietest city I've ever been to. It's like totally not loud. Like everyone is super quiet and respectful. I love it. I hope you can hear me because I'm also being quiet to be respectful. They closed all the Dairy Queens in my hometown. That's so crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shanghai Tower. We have arrived at 100.
We went up the Shanghai Tower to get a view of the city, and it was really incredible. Those houses over there with the sea. Then we went to the highest point that has this metal structure in the middle, which weighs a lot more than a ton. Its purpose is to balance the tower when there's a lot of wind to keep it from swaying so much. We were able to catch the sunset at the top, which was so beautiful. Then afterwards, we got dinner in a mall nearby.
Definitely not the best I've ever had, but it's pretty good. But we just stumbled upon this. It's not like well known in Shanghai or anything. We didn't even read reviews, so I think it's pretty good. I've definitely had better.
We also stopped by this Disney store, which was so beautiful. Then we did some exploring around some touristy districts to get a taste of the street food and view some classic architecture.
Facciamo la copertina, oppure sì.
This is so cute. Oh my
Aspetta, ok.
vending machine of books. That is so cool. We need that in America ASAP.
That first day felt like 10 years, but very productive, which leads to my second culture shock, which were the prices. Now, prices actually shock me in every country, and everything was so cheap. I mean, aside from like the international merchandise or like designer things. But if you don't get food from like a tourist scam place, then it's cheap. For 4 people, we spent around $20 for the whole day. That includes lunch and dinner for 4 people, not per person, $20 total for everyone. That shocks me because in New York you could easily spend $35 per person for just one meal. I was flabbergasted. Again, it could be cheaper in other countries, but this is just coming from an expensive city. You could probably spend a lot of money in Shanghai, but we found places that were good food, good setting or seating, and that's all you can ask for. The next day we visited a temple, which was interesting to see. I love how beautiful other countries make their religious sanctuaries.
Yeah.
It didn't make it.
You can try again.
So I researched this, and as long as you have like a good intent, it's fine. We saw other people doing this, even other tourists, and we just wanted to be a part of it as well. I thought it was actually pretty cool. So just being like super aware when traveling and always super respectful.
Stairs. My enemy.
Ah, my old enemy. Stairs.
I also spotted monks praying, and that was really cool.
We found matchas at this place. It wasn't at Starbucks, surprisingly, but we got 3 drinks for
60
60 yuan, which is like
$7.
$7.
7 euros, sorry. 7
€7.
euros.
That's
80.
probably like 9 USD.
850 maybe.
850 USD.
For 3 drinks. You don't even get one in the US.
It's amazing.
Standard
Wow.
Hard to open the
Colore bellissimo.
There's like an orange inside. Buono.
Buono?
Sì.
Can I try?
Yeah. Oh.
Succo d'arancia col matcha.
Then we went to a park where we saw people doing Tai Chi and dancing. It was so wholesome.
I love this peaceful dance. And then a few feet away was a bigger dance party over there.
I also spotted some cats lurking around, which was so cute.
I'm confused why there's like a lot of milk. I thought a lot of Asian people were lactose intolerant.
Later, we took the subway a bit out of the city to a town that resembled Venice, with its canals, and there are a lot of these around Shanghai actually. We ate lunch at a restaurant that served both Chinese and Italian food, which was so fitting. I am traveling with 3 Italians, and we were all curious and had to try it.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
E non ha una brutta cera.
I was like, oh, should I do it? Better than pizza in America sometimes.
Proviamo questa pizza.
Don't worry, I don't think that it's actually any better than pizza in America. Definitely not as good as pizza in Italy. Guys, you do pizza the best ever. Like, it just surprised me because it was actually really good pizza, and that was the last thing I expected to be really good in China.
Poi come sono piccolamente cinese, però anche non si vedono tante persone da altri.
We are in Qibao, one of those. It's like another Venezia of Shanghai. It's so beautiful. Ooh, I want a snack. Find your birthday
The third day we explored some gardens, which were absolutely stunning. This was also the first day I saw women dressed in historic costumes, posing for pictures. My parents like to watch historic period dramas set in China, so I was familiar with this attire, and I thought it was really cool. later, we went to People's Park, where there were parents and grandparents advertising their children to find them a suitable partner. And a few people were going up to Ephraim and Sarah's boyfriend Jack to see if they were looking for a wife. Yeah, I was shook. And again, I want to say that I'm not meaning to offend. I literally come from Asian culture and completely understand. Which leads to my third culture shock, which are the people. And they are so kind, both in ways that are familiar to me and then straightforward in ways that are unfamiliar to me. This was like our first talking to strangers interaction at this park, and there were so many people there. I was so shocked that parents and grandparents would sell off their children for marriage, which actually shouldn't be shocking because I've heard about it in other cultures. I'm not sure if these parents have their kids' consent. I thank God that most of the advertisements said that the women, which it was mostly women, so they were looking for a husband for their daughter, said 25 years old and up, so it's not children. Don't worry. But I mean, I hope some of these daughters are okay with it, actually okay with it. And the advertisements would say the woman's weight, say their occupation, their style. It was cool. We actually saw an 85-year-old lady advertising for herself. It is never too late to find love. That I loved. Pop off, Grandma.
Donald Trump, and he must think he will make a good thing.
It's totally different.
Yeah, they could not like it, but they won't make a choice.
I'm born here. But for you tourist, right? It's good. You can play around here. It's very convenient to drive. But living here, totally a mess. Yeah. Working here several years ago, about 10 years ago, here is very good. There's a lot of chances here, right? Also here for foreigner, a lot of good thing for you. But for the apito, right?
Yeah.
Not so good.
Later that evening, we went to another district and ate pizza and salad just to take a little break from eating dumplings and noodles, which we have been loving. And the next few days were kind of a blur. We had lots of fun exploring and trying new foods. We took the train to another town. And we explored more temples. And we went into a mall where we found this one-piece pop-up, which was so cool. I haven't seen the anime, just the live-action show on Netflix, but I love anything about pirates. We got noodles for lunch. And then we saw a live filming of a TikTok advertisement. The next day, we went to a really cool hotel that was so relaxing. It was such fun vibes. We basically had the hotel to ourselves. Okay, so far this is my favorite hotel. It's all wood, it's so relaxing, and most of all, it's full of cats. The hallway. My outfit. This is so cute. That's a lot of koi. I highly recommend staying in this hotel. It's called Yusheng Zen Space Homestay. and it was very homey.
Tipo, io so scrivere solo Cina. Cina si scrive così, così.
Definitely gotta wash my hands.
Sì.
You are so cute.
Assaggio. Ecco, perché per scendere.
Well, I was going around.
Vai, sali, non ti faccio niente.
No, non perdini no.
I was playing. Oh.
Vai, torna da Jack, dai. Vai.
No, è rimasto tuo.
No.
Guarda gli
I got the allergy medicine ready. What are you doing? This
Abbiamo
whole
speso in totale
thing
7 euro.
was €7. Let me just zoom out.
My fourth and last culture shock, which is for an unlucky number in Chinese, is for an unlucky number in Chinese culture. In Chinese culture, the number 4 is considered an unlucky number due to its pronunciation, which is similar to the word death. Okay, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to make 4 culture shocks. I guess we can leave it at 3. But an honorable mention, 3 plus 1. The last thing that just surprised me was the food, at least in this China trip. Now, I'm no stranger to interesting food. I've had it all, especially in New York, such a diverse place. But I have to say, due to the smell, I was not open to trying fermented tofu, and I found it in a lot of street food places. The grocery stores had some interesting snacks. I tried some spicy things that I cannot even define the flavor. And we saw some various meat parts that I just was not interested in trying. And I don't judge. In Filipino culture, we eat some interesting meats as well. Not me, but there are some dishes. And another thing in terms of food, I am no stranger to eating in unclean environments. In New York, I've eaten in places that had a health inspection rating of literally not passing, like D. I did eat something off the street, or I don't know if that's what made me sick, but I did get sick. And then when we landed in Hong Kong and we were going to Disney, I died in the hotel. I was so sad because we were at Disney. This is all just to say that no matter where you travel in the world, make sure to wash your hands and take your vitamins. Best advice my mom told me. Although other than that, I can eat dumplings and noodles for the rest of my life and be so happy. I would love to return to China and see the nature. This was just my experience in the towns, in the city. I'd also love to see a place of Kung Fu.
This is amazing.
And then it was our last day, and someone from the hotel was so kind enough to drive us outside of the town where we can catch a ride to the station.
FM is in the back.
Oh mamma, c'è un buco lì. There's an hole.
Well, I'll see you in Hong Kong.